Welcome to your crash course on mastering personality disorders for the LMSW exam. If you're studying for the ASWB or social work licensure, this is a breakdown will give you exactly what you need. Fast, focused, and exam-ready insights based on the DSM-5. You'll learn the three clusters, A, B, and C, their symptoms, examples, and most importantly, how they show up on the test. Let's dive into what you really need to know to pass with confidence. Personality disorders are defined as enduring patterns of inner experience and behavior that deviate markedly from the expectations of an individual's culture. These patterns are pervasive and inflexible, leading to distress or impairment in social, occupational, or other areas of functioning. In the DSM-5, personality disorders are grouped into three clusters. Cluster A, odd or eccentric behavior. Cluster B, dramatic, emotional, or erratic behavior. Cluster C, anxious or fearful behavior. Let's start with Cluster A. Cluster A includes paranoid personality disorder, distrust and suspicion of others, constantly on guard. Often interprets others' actions as malicious. Think of someone who always believes people are out to get them. Schizoid personality disorder, detachment from social relationships and restricted range of emotional expression. They prefer being alone, don't desire intimacy, and may seem cold or indifferent. Schizotypal personality disorder, acute discomfort in close relationships, cognitive or perceptual distortions, and eccentric behavior. They might believe in magic, have odd thinking patterns, or dress unusually. On the LMSW exam, these disorders often appear in vignettes where someone seems socially withdrawn, paranoid, or exhibits strange behavior without full-blown psychosis. Cluster B includes antisocial personality disorder, disregard for others, deceit, impulsivity, and lack of remorse. Typically begins with conduct disorder before age 15. They violate others' rights without guilt. Borderline personality disorder, instability in relationships, self-image, and emotions. Marked impulsivity, fear of abandonment, and chronic feelings of emptiness. May show self-harm or suicidal behavior. Histrionic personality disorder, excessive emotionality and attention-seeking, often dramatic, lively, and flirtatious. Narcissistic personality disorder, grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. They believe they are special and often exploit others. These are high yield for the exam. Cluster B disorders often show up in intense, emotionally charged vignettes with impulsive or manipulative behavior. Cluster C includes avoidant personality disorder, social inhibition, feelings of inadequacy, and hypersensitivity to negative evaluation. They want relationships but fear rejection. Dependent personality disorder, excessive need to be taken care of, submissive and clinging behavior, and fear of separation. Obsessive-Compulsive personality disorder, OCPD, preoccupation with orderliness, perfectionism, and control. Different from OCD, because OCPD is ego-syntonic. On the exam, these might show up as clients who are fearful, overly reliant on others, or perfectionistic in ways that impair function. Here's how to avoid getting tripped up on the LMSW exam. Always distinguish between personality disorders and other mental health conditions like anxiety, depression, or psychosis. Look for patterns. Is the behavior persistent and inflexible over time? Focus on relationships. How does this person relate to others? Watch out for conduct disorder history in Antisocial. Borderline often involves unstable identity and rapid emotional shifts. Use elimination on test questions. If the client shows remorse, it's probably not antisocial. If they're organized but not distressed by it, it could be OCPD, not OCD. You just covered all 10 DSM-5 personality disorders and the key ways they show up on the LMSW exam. That's a huge win. Keep reviewing. Take practice questions, including the quiz that you can download for free in the description, and remember, you don't have to memorize everything. You need to understand patterns, behaviors, and how they manifest. You're not just preparing to pass a test. You're becoming a social worker who can recognize suffering, support healing, and advocate for change. Subscribe for more exam prep videos, clinical breakdowns, and tools to help you succeed. You've got this. Let's keep going.